honey. I'm sorry I'm late. I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long.
Well, only half an hour.
I had no idea I was that late. It took me longer than I thought to convince the school board that we needed new methods to lower the dropout rate. They were amazed that I had the nerve to suggest we make education interesting for the kids.
Well, maybe they didn't take you seriously wearing that out.
What?
Did you wear that to the board meeting?
No, I changed my office. The meeting went so late, I haven't had a chance to run yet.
Laura, I thought we were going to have a nice...
You know that I have to run every day if I'm ever going to get in shape for this 10K race that's coming up.
You mean you're going to go running now? This is the one time of the day that we have the opportunity for a romantic dinner.
Well, just think how much more romantic it will be after I've worked out all the stress of the day and built up an incredible appetite. And I'm not just talking about dinner.
Sounds like a scenario that's difficult to pass up.
Good evening. Laura?
Hello.
Hi.
I didn't know you two were training together.
We're not.
Oh, actually, I was just looking for my sister.
Well, she hasn't been in here. Believe me, I've been here long enough. Did you just finish your run?
No, I'm about to hit the beach.
You know, maybe I should go home and change into my running clothes.
You probably couldn't even find your running shoes. You haven't put them on in 2 years.
Yeah, well, maybe this is about the time to start again.
I can assure you, Heather, Sonny Sprocket has not appeared since that day in your office when you hypnotized me and brought him out.
Are you positive he won't return?
Yes, I am. You see, Sonny Sprocket took control when my life was in disarray. But now, with Julia's help, I've managed to put my life in order. I'm in complete control now.
Then why are you against having any sessions with me?
Well, I'm sorry if I gave you that impression. I've just been too busy.
I've agreed to work around your schedule. I even came here this afternoon.
Heather, the simple fact of the matter is, I don't see any point in continuing our sessions together when I've already dealt with my problem.
Mason, just because Sonny's personality hasn't resurfaced doesn't mean that you've dealt with the problems that caused the initial manifestation. Those problems could prove to be more of a threat than Sonny ever was. The alcohol problem, the problems that you may have had...
That alcohol problem was Sprocket's problem, not mine. I haven't had a drink since I got home from the hospital. Heather, it's as I told you before. I've simply been too busy. It has nothing to do with denial. Julia and I have been planning our wedding. We've set up this practice, and I'm certainly not going to infringe on time with my daughter just to lie around on some couch and dredge up memories of my past.
Hi. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were going
No, it's all right, darling. Heather and I were just finishing up our meeting.
I don't know what makes you think Mom's up to anything.
She and Megan are meeting right now in your mother's room. I know your mother. She's not about to volunteer information to help Megan put this book together. Now, what is the motive of this meeting?
You make it sound so sinister.
Why don't you look me in the eye and tell me it's not?
Daddy, just because you accept Megan at face value doesn't mean the rest of us do.
You're in this thing with your mother.
We're not in on anything. It's obvious this woman has something on her mind besides just a book about you, and Mama wants to find out what it is.
Kelly, I don't need any protection. This does not concern your mother.
You concern her, Daddy. Do you think she just stopped caring about you, that she just stopped loving you?
Yes, exactly what I think. When she signed those divorce papers, when she refused to marry me, that's when I believe she stopped loving me. Because her life hasn't gone the way she wants to. She has no right to interfere in my life. Do you understand that?
Oh, Daddy, come on. Don't be so stubborn. If Mama wasn't questioning Megan, it would be me or Eden or Ted. And none of us wants to see you get hurt. We're not trying to interfere. We just love you.
Maybe what your mother's doing is not about love. It is about jealousy. And I'm not about to put up with it.
What is there about me you could possibly find interesting?
That's what I'd like to find out.
Well, it seems to me that since I'm the one writing a book about CC, I don't see why I should have to answer your question.
Because that's the only way you're going to get answers from me.
Blackmail?
No, not at all. Reciprocation. Look, Megan, you have been
open and reassuring about why you're writing this book. You put all our doubts to ease that you have any ulterior motives.
I don't.
Well, then why would you object to answering a few questions?
Why not? I mean, if it's going to make you happy, and if it's the only way I'll get you to answer my questions, sure, you have a deal.
Good. Now...
Me first.
Oh, I get the feeling that you don't trust me.
Oh, no. I trust that we both have every intention of living up to our end of this little bargain.
All right, where do I start?
How about at the end, so to speak?
The end.
Mm-hmm. Your final divorce. I've been anxious to hear your side of it. Just what you went through. How does a woman stop loving a man like C.C. Kaplan?
People don't always get divorced because they no longer love each other.
Are you saying you're still in love with C.C.?
I'm saying sometimes love isn't enough. There are other factors in a marriage. Sometimes people are at such odds that you just can't overcome them. Maybe you'd understand if you were married.
Could you be a little more specific about just what it was that led to your divorce?
I really don't see how this is relevant.
My goal in writing this book about C.C. is to make it as personal as possible. Now, I think certainly his marriage to you was a significant part of his life. I think the readers will find that very relevant.
All right, what do you want to know?
Why did you get divorced?
If you're looking for a simple answer, it's not...
No, C.C. Kaplan is not a simple man.
To put it mildly. All the years that we were separated, I always wondered what it would be like to be back with him. But I didn't realize, I guess, how much I had changed. The problem is that C.C. hadn't changed, and there are things about him that will never change, however. He swept me off my feet. He can be the most charming, romantic man in the world. He exudes strength and sexuality. What woman wouldn't fall in love with him?
Well, that's all very interesting, but it doesn't explain the divorce.
Well, you see, these qualities I just mentioned sometimes masks who he really is. So when you get closer to him, you realize that he's possessive, that he hates to lose. And for a strong, independent woman, you really don't want to stay with a man who clings, who dictates, although it's also difficult to leave.
Why do I get the feeling you're trying to warn me off?
I don't know. You asked me a question. I'm trying to answer it.
You think I'm after C.C., don't you?
Oh, well, now, I think that's irrelevant.
No, from the very beginning, from that first night at his birthday party, I could sense there was something between you, despite your divorce. Now, whatever that is, I certainly don't want to compete with it.
Is that what you think this is, a competition?
Certainly not for me. I don't need a man in my life. I never have. But apparently you do.
Apparently you've forgotten I'm the one who walked away from him.
Yes, you walked away. You just forgot to let go.
Excuse me.
This should cheer you up. Always worked for me when I was a kid.
You cheer me up. You're the only reason I got through this without going nuts. I don't know what it is, Celeste, but whenever I'm around you, I manage to cope without punching holes into walls.
No, that's because I learned about your temper and how to deal with it a long time ago. I'm just sorry that you had to go through any of this at all.
Nobody was twisting Heather's arm, though God knows I tried hard enough to. I know how difficult it was for me losing that baby. I can imagine how hard it must be for a woman to make a decision like that.
Yeah.
When you had your abortion, did you speak with the father about it?
We talked, yeah.
Did he want you to go ahead and have the baby?
No. We both realized that neither one of us had very much to offer a child at that point.
Were you both in love?
I've never been in love with anyone but you, Scott. That whole relationship was just stupid from the very beginning, just like all the others. Anyway, that's not important to us.
But it is. I mean, whatever we've been through in the last 10 years means something to us.
Why? Why should it matter?
I just don't think it's necessary to keep any secrets between us.
We're not talking about secrets, Scott. We're talking about things just that weren't important. I want to talk about all the guys I spent time with over the past years, and I certainly don't want to listen to you tell me about all the nurses and women that were chasing after Dr. Scott Clark. I always knew in my heart that you were the only one for me.
Hello? When? All right, I'll be there in 10 minutes. All right.
What's wrong?
It's Winona. She developed some more complications.
I thought you said that the surgery was successful.
Yeah, it was, but you never know when something else is going to happen. They want me to come down there and examine her.
She's going to be all right?
I hope so. Look, I won't be long, okay?
Okay.
Well, I didn't come here to force you into therapy. That would prove counterproductive.
So you don't think it's necessary for Mason to see you anymore, huh?
I think that has to be Mason's choice. I'll be here and ready to listen to you if you change your mind.
I won't, but I appreciate your concern, Heather.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Julie.
Thanks, Heather.
Don't say it.
I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to ask you if this is really what you want.
Surely you realize by now that you and Samantha are all the help I need.
I need you to. We should really start working on our case, you know.
Oh, I don't think there's any point in doing any research, do you? That's just posturing. We all know I'm going to win.
I wonder if there'll ever come a day when your ego ceases to amaze me.
I hope not.
You'd really get a kick out of beating me this time, wouldn't you?
I always do.
I could just see the headlines now. Chauvinist lawyer puts feminist fiancé to shame.
Really have sort of a journalistic flair. Maybe you missed your true calling.
No way, no how. There isn't going to be any headlines because you don't have a prayer in this case.
One thing puzzles me, however.
Just one thing?
Well, if you're such a true feminist, why did you so eagerly accept my engagement ring?
What does that have to do with being a feminist?
Well, I mean, isn't it just a symbol of the fact that you're my woman?
I am your woman? You didn't really say that, did you?
You know what I meant.
Yes, I know what you meant. I accepted this ring as a symbol of our love, which is why I thought that you gave it to me. But if that's not your reason, if you think it brands me a calf, well, then take it back.
Well, now, let's not do anything rash.
I'm not being rash. It's just we don't need rings to get married. It's not a problem. We just won't exchange them.
I'm not asking you to put it through your nose.
Not that that probably hasn't occurred to you.
Will you just shut up and take the ring?
Now you're telling me to shut up. You could take this ring and you can...
I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I assumed your interview would be over by now.
Are you here to pick up Megan?
No, I'm here to talk to you.
I was just about to leave.
Good, then you're all finished.
Yes, we are.
Not quite. Sophia, I can't tell you how much I appreciate your giving me the time.
Did everything go as planned?
There are still some questions that have been unanswered. But I think we've certainly covered enough for one night. I'll see you back in the house.
I'll be along quite soon.
Bye-bye.
Can I get your drink?
Hell is this all about?
What do you mean, what the hell is this all about? The woman is writing a book about you. She wants to talk to the ex.
Oh, do me a favor. Don't be so glib. I want to know why you agreed to this interview when you were dead set against it before.
I just didn't want to fight it anymore.
Bull. I think you agreed because you're threatened by something. I mean, something that she's writing, or the fact that she's the one that's writing it.
All right. What I wanted to find out is how much you told this woman about me. And from what Megan said tonight, it has to have been pretty extensive.
For crying out loud, it's my life we're talking about.
I don't like the idea that you were being so intimate and so open with someone we don't know anything about.
Oh, now we're getting down to it. This has nothing to do with the book. It has to do with the fact that Megan is staying in a guest house. Spending so much time close to me.
Oh, please, put your ego away, Cece. She's gone.
Don't please me. I know you very well. I know you too long. You see, I don't think that your divorce has worked out quite the way you wanted it to work out. think you're a little bit sorry about it. You miss me a little bit.
I just want to have something to say about a book that's going to affect our entire family.
Then why don't you write it?
Oh, you know what I'm talking about, Cece. I just hope that your own, personal interest and your ego hasn't clouded your control about what goes into this book. Or am I too late? Has it gone too far already?
Hi.
Hi. Where's your husband?
Oh, he's probably still at the lair. Why?
Well, just from the way he was talking, I assumed that he'd be out here running with us.
Talking is as far as it goes with Ethan now. He used to work out and run a lot, but his work keeps him so busy now. He's lucky if he gets to the gym twice a week. Of course, that doesn't stop him from telling everybody he's going to start running again any day.
Well, I just thought that his motivation tonight wouldn't just be trying to get back in shape.
He wanted to spend some time with him.
And keep an eye on us.
There's no reason to do that. He knows that.
Well, it was just an innocent observation.
Yeah, right.
Well, we're both here. Both gonna go for a run, so what do you say? I think it'd be innocent enough if we went for a run together.
Well, actually, I'd rather not. The only time of the day that I can be by myself, and I like to run and kind of clear my head.
Okay. Plus, you couldn't keep up with me anyway.
I won't be to the pier and back before you finish lacing your shoes.
Oh, yeah? You always had that overconfident air, but just to let you know that I'm a good sport, I'll give you a 150-yard lead.
No, I know. I meant it. I want to run alone.
You will. I'm gonna leave you in my dust.
Oh, yeah?
Come on! You can do better than that! Making it too easy for me.
What are you talking about, a settlement? I'm the one getting sued here.
I realize that, TJ.
Hey, you don't realize anything. I'm not giving that broad a dime.
TJ, if you just stop to consider...
Look, are you defending me or what?
Of course I am.
Well, then do it. Stop talking about settlements. You understand me. What, you need a drink or something? You got a problem?
No, I don't need a drink. TJ, you are a bartender. I'm a lawyer. I know what I'm talking about. If this case goes to court, it could be a financial nightmare for you. The court costs alone could be astronomical if you lose.
If I lose? You told me from the get-go this was an open and shut case. There was no way we were going to lose.
Yes, I still believe it. If this case goes to court, we will win, but it'll be more a victory for me than for you.
How do you figure that?
Legal fees could total more than 5 figures. No point trying to recoup from Wanda. She doesn't have any assets. Do you understand that? Even if you win the case, you could still lose the club.
That's just great.
I'm just trying to make you understand that I'm trying to do what's best for you. TJ, by far and away, the cheapest and the easiest way out of this is to settle out of court with Wanda.
What kind of settlement are you talking about here?
I think $5,000 to $8,000.
What? No way. There's no way I'm giving that ditzy bimbo that kind of bread. You understand? But what side are you on here?
I'm on your side.
Yeah, well,
TJ.
then make that settlement $2,000.
$2,000.
That's it.
$2,000 for what?
$2 grand to get your ditzy client out of my hair.
That's it? That's your settlement that you're coming up with here? This is all you've managed to do?
Julia, if you listen to me for a minute.
No, I'm not going to listen because you're insulting my client. You're insulting myself.
No, my intention wasn't to insult.
So you're all
anyone.
crazy if you think I'd settle for $2,000. I would make more than that in 3 weeks in tips.
You wouldn't make that in a year. What are you talking about?
If we could all just calm
Hey, hold
down
on a second.
for
What kind of
minute.
lawyer are you anyway, huh? You're trying to strike some sort of deal over here. That's what you were doing, weren't you?
TJ, I just explained.
Hey, I've had
to
enough
you.
of your explanation. Do you understand me? Man, I should have known better than to get hooked up with a lawyer that's in a sack with the enemy. But no, you said you could control her. You said you had her wrapped around your little finger, right? Let me tell you something, counselor. She is leading you around by the briefs. Get me? That means it's time for me to get a new lawyer. You're fired, Captain.
Hi. Nice night for a run, huh?
Yeah, it was terrific.
I still have a couple of miles to go. I'll see you later. Bye.
Great, okay.
Michael, you don't have to stop if you aren't finished.
No, that's all right. I had enough, unless you want to be alone.
Not particularly. I thought I did when I came out here, but no, I don't.
Well, it must be tough being alone after what you just went through.
I didn't do it, Michael. I couldn't have the abortion.
I'm not sure what to say. You know how I felt.
I know. I know, Michael. You said a lot of things, actually, that,
Well, I just
kind of
hope
rang
that...
true. No. You said things that made me realize how I was actually feeling, you know, and although the thought of having a baby in the future scares me to death, the thought of losing my baby was worse, so...
Did you tell Scott?
No, I can't, not yet.
When... It's not the kind of thing that you can keep secret for very long.
Michael, I know, but I should be able to keep it, you know, I shouldn't show for about 3 or 4 months, so I should be able to...
But you're not going to tell him for that long?
I'm not sure. He's really furious with me right now. And I figure that if I wait, well, then he won't come back to me for sure, so...
What, do you tell him now you think he'll come back?
He said he wouldn't.
Well, you don't believe him?
I don't know, Michael, I'm not sure. I don't know. I have a feeling that he'd want to do the right thing, that he'd think about me still carrying his child and try to rationalize, and then he'd want to come back to me, and if he did, it would be for all the wrong reasons.
Well, Heather, look, I'm not sure that anything you're saying justifies the way you're handling the situation. Are you sure that you want to lie to Scott?
I don't know, Michael. I don't know. It's just so confusing right now. The only thing that I can handle right now is that I'm going to have a baby, and I have to plan our future, and that future doesn't include Scott.
All right, but no plans you're going to make to change the fact that Scott is the father.
I know, and I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it sometime, but right now there's just too many other things.
Okay, I'm not going to argue with you.
Thank you. And I'm really glad you came along, and I'm glad I finally told someone. I didn't want to go through this alone, Michael.
Well, you're not going to. I just want you to know that no matter what happens, I'm on your side, and I will help you any way I can because I am so proud of you, and you will always come first.
Thanks, Michael. Thanks. You know, you're the only person I can trust right now. I don't have anyone left.
Oh, pretty soon that's not going to be true. Pretty soon you're never going to be alone again.
Celeste? Celeste!
I would like for you to do a complete exam. I don't want you to leave out anything. You can do the AIDS test if you like, but I just had it done a couple of months ago. Me and most of the girls have had it done pretty regularly since we've been on the street. I've always used the usual precautions, but lately I've heard about hookers having other kinds of complications, and to be perfectly honest with you, that's what's really scaring me right now. The most important thing that I need to know about is getting pregnant. I want you to check thoroughly and make sure that there wouldn't be any kinds of complications if I wanted to have children. Do whatever tests you need to do. I just need to find out as soon as possible.
Do you want to try to work any more tonight?
There's something that's bothering me.
Tell me. Maybe I can clear it up for you.
I'm not sure you're being totally honest with me about your relationship with Sophia.
Really? Why? What did she say to you?
No, I was feeling this before I ever talked with Sophia tonight.
I haven't hidden anything from you. I told you she was the love of my life. And it just didn't work out.
It's odd, though. I mean, you both seem to be trying so hard to convince yourselves that the relationship didn't work. And yet you both still look for reasons to hold on to each other.
Well, I suppose there was always a sense of destructiveness in our relationship. We're both very strong-willed, independent people. Ultimately, that may have been our failing. When you love someone as deeply as we loved each other, it's very difficult to let go. Anyway, that's all in the past now. I have to learn to leave it there. And I want to. And I want to move ahead to the future.
Hi.
Hi. How did it go?
She is too much of a mystery woman for me, and I'm going to New Hampshire to find out what I can.
I don't know what you think you're going to find there.
We have a post office box. If I can get a name to go with that, maybe I can find out what her connection is.
Mom, I think we better just drop it right here. You know, if Daddy's happy, let's just let it go.
I don't trust her. You used to agree with me.
Well, Daddy apparently does trust her, and all we're doing is making him angry by pursuing this. He was upset when he found out she was here with you tonight, and I don't want to push him any farther away.
Neither do I.
But that's what we're doing.
Part of me wants to agree with you and drop the whole thing, and the other part says I can't do what I want.
The part that's still in love with Daddy? Come on, Mom.
I care about your father. I always will. The marriage is over. There's no going back, and he and I both agree.
You're not acting like it. If you want him, then go after him. But if you don't, you have to let him go.
Kelly, it is not that simple. I will not stand by and watch him get hurt. Now, there's something going on here I don't like. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to find out. I'm not going to turn my back on it, and I'm not going to stop until I get to the bottom of it.
$2,000.
I can't believe he did that.
TJ's acting like a punk in some gangster movie.
All of that, man.
Yeah, you were right about him. He is a sleazy jerk.
I was talking about Mason.
Oh. Well, he's not sleazy, but he is a jerk. No offense.
Well, he can be.
I can't believe he was so treacherous. He isn't like that as a fiancé, is he?
No. Well, sometimes. Sometimes.
Wow. How do you put up with it?
Well, he's not like that all the time. He's really quite wonderful most of the time. It's just sometimes when he's treacherous, it seems that I'm not sure that he's being treacherous, but when he isn't, then I think that he is. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No. You two have the strangest relationship. Although, when you think of Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn and Adam's Rib, you know, there are a lot of similarities.
They had a happy ending.
Yeah, finally. They have the same way of disagreeing that you and Mason have. You know, though, no matter how hot things get when you're arguing about something, I can see that you really love each other underneath, way underneath it all.
I'm glad that you can see that.
Oh, yeah, it's there all right. Just seems that it could be a whole lot easier if you could at least agree on something once in a while.
Nah. If he were any different, I wouldn't love him so much. And I do love him.
Julia seemed a little angry. Since when did you become the master of the understatement? She was furious.
Yeah, I guess she was. Yeah, I don't understand why she doesn't give you a chance to explain.
Julia has never been the first one to give me the benefit of the doubt. Come to think of it, she hasn't been the second one. Or the third one.
Well, just give her some time.
Yeah, eventually she'll realize that I was a victim of circumstance. At least I hope she will.
She will. Why do you think she always tries to blame you?
Past experience. I've given her ample cause.
Well, that was Sonny, though, not you.
Yeah, it'd be nice to blame all of my problems on Sonny Sprocket, but I've got to shoulder some of the responsibility myself. Actually, when I stand back and try to look at it objectively, I'm surprised she's still agreeing to marry me at all.
She loves you.
Yeah. One of the mysteries of nature. Kind of like the aurora borealis, I guess.
And the lemmings.
I hope you're not drawing parallels to my own behavior. Haven't you noticed how much Julia has changed me?
Oh, yeah, heck, you'd be an absolute mess if you didn't meet her.
Well, somewhat less enthusiastic affirmation would have been sufficient, Ted, but you're probably right.
Well, I gotta get going. I go see Wanda in her apartment. You coming?
No. Yeah, I'll come with you.
There you are.
Hi.
I'm sorry. I should have left you a note. I didn't even think of it.
Oh, no, it's no big deal. I just thought you'd be waiting at the house.
Well, I was for a while, but then I remembered that I had lots of paperwork to catch up on, so... How is Winona doing?
She's got peritonitis. It seems like every time we turn her back, she's got some new ailment.
All right?
I think that we can handle it. Come on, let's get out of here. I'm ready, Donna.
Hello?
Mr. Napoli, this is Dr. Ridgway.
Can you hold on a second, please? It's Lisa, so I'll just be a second, all right? Yes.
This is a bad time to call.
No, not at all.
Your preliminary results have come back, and I'd like to see you in my office again.
Is there some kind of problem?
I don't want to jump the gun here, but initial indications coupled with your history suggest there could be a complication.
What is that?
I can't be positive without conducting further tests, but there's a possibility your fallopian tubes may be blocked. You made your concern about having children so clear. I thought we should check this out as soon as we could.
What are you saying?
If there is a blockage, it's possible you wouldn't be able to conceive.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Celeste? Are you all right?
I really appreciate everything, Michael.
Come on, you're making me an uncle. You're going to have the most spoiled child in Santa Barbara.
Yeah, I probably will.
You gonna be all right? Huh?
Yeah, I'm going to be all right. Oh, hi.
I can't run another step.
I think it's great you ran that far. Wow.
Well, thanks. It's going to take me a while to get into shape for that run.
You'll do great.
You know what? I have to go home, okay?
You want me to walk you?
No, I'm fine. I think you've done enough for one night. Bye, Michael. Thank you. See you later.
Night. Is everything all right with Heather?
Well, she just ended an engagement. It's been pretty tough on her.
She's the friend you were telling me about who had the abortion, isn't she? I'm sorry. That's none of my business.
No, it's all right. I mean, you would have figured it out sooner or later.
Things never change, do they?
No. People get caught in situations that terrify them, and we all try and figure out what the right thing is to do, and we do the best we can.
I guess so.
Well, I gotta get home. Eat something. Can I walk you somewhere?
No, thanks. I'm just going to stay here for a while.
Night.
Night, Michael.
You're almost there. You're almost there. Just breathe steady. Take a rest. Take a rest. Take a rest. Breathe. Ready? All right, here we go. One more push to go. You're almost there. Okay. Push. Come on. That's it. That's it, girl. Come on. Come on. Yeah. You did it.
All right. Well, I hope it was me you were thinking about.
Here you are dealing with the loss of Sophia's love. It's funny, isn't it? Lost love. I write about it all the time. But it seems no matter how hard you try to forget, it stays with you the rest of your life.
You sound like you're speaking from experience.
Well, like I said, I write about it all the time. So I guess that makes me feel as if I have experienced it to a degree.
You know so very, very much about me, and I know so little about you.
Well, that's because I'm the biographer and you're the subject. Besides, there isn't really that much to know.
Oh, I find that hard to believe.
I came from a very normal home. I had a very average upbringing. Parents and friends, and everything was perfectly normal. Until I was 17.
What happened then?
I grew up.
This is a nice idea.
I got lonely. I didn't realize your run would take so long.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'm just glad you're happy. That's the important thing.
Well, not if I keep you waiting around.
No, it's okay. I think this exercise is having a good effect on you.
How do you mean?
It's more than just the running. You're doing more things for yourself. You know, ever since we came to Santa Barbara, you seem to be finding out who you are and what you need, and I like that. I'm really glad things are working out for you so well.
For us. I am happy wherever we are, as long as we're together. It has nothing to do with being in Santa Barbara.
Hey, Michael, looks like that run at the beach really took it out of you, huh?
No. As a matter of fact, I feel great. I think I finally found my stride.
Oh, yeah? Well, you also never know what you're going to find at the beach either, Tom.
Not even after you find it.
What are you doing here? I was worried when you didn't come home.
I needed some time to cool down.
You're not still angry about what happened.
Oh, really?
Phil, I explained it to you. It was all a gross misunderstanding. I had just suggested a much higher settlement to TJ. It was his idea to
You
make
really
it...
think I'm going to buy that? How gullible do you think I am?
Julia, I swear to you, it was his idea to make it $2,000.
David! Can't believe you think that I would believe anything you say wrapped me around your finger.
If you would just listen to me.
No, I'm done listening. In fact, I don't know why I ever agreed to marry you in the first place. It's supposed to be mutual, so here.
Julia, when I had this engraved, I meant for you to...
I'm Tom Brokaw. NBC News keeps you informed with an in-depth look at the people and events that touch your life. For the complete news picture, watch NBC Nightly News.
And later tonight, what's up, Doc? Cliff's treating a very different kind of animal on The Cosby Show. And Jaleesa and Whitley go head-to-head in a foot-to-foot competition on A Different World, followed by Cheers. Then it's the premiere of Nick and Hillary. They're open for business and serving up excitement tonight.